all our Rasadhadu, Jadaragni, and Abhyantara Roga Marga. If you look into the Rasapradosa Vigara, Rasadhadu Dushti Karanas, everything is coming under these four headings. There are several food and drinks, including several drugs, which influences the quality of Rasadhadu and Hridaya and Abhyantara Roga Marga and Jadaragni. Activities of daily living. Guru Shidam, Abhishandi, Aharam. And all these are influencing our Jadaragni, Rasadhadu, and Hridaya Avayava. Why I put these four headings only why? Because recently I had a book. I read a book. I just wanted to propose you. The book's name is Biology of Belief. It is written by a famous cell biologist. His name is Bruce H. Lipton. Pure Ayurveda thoughts in a modern way. But he is looking into the cell for last 35 years under the microscope, and finally he concludes not even the cell membrane, not even the genes, not even the chromosome, which are important for a cell. Each and every cell is highly connected to the food and drink, including the drugs, activities of daily living, thought process of that individual, and environment where he or she lives. What does it mean? The quality of our Rasadhadu, the quality of our breast milk is highly connected to our food and drinks, including the drugs. The quality of Stanya is connected to activities of our daily living from morning bed to night bed. The quality of breast milk is highly connected to the thought process. If you are envious, Stanya will be damaged. If you are angry, the Stanya will be damaged. If you are happy, Stanya will be quite good. So these are the different implications or different areas. Is it okay? The slide is visible right now?
Sir,
the slide is
no, not visible, sir.
You just okay. 1 minute. Give me such feedback, then only I will be able to find out the issues. 1 minute.
That box, sir. You minimize that box. Black box.
Is it?
That box. That box you minimize. No, not visible.
Full screen, self view, share screen. Just a minute, please. Share screen with his or her environment. So there are physical, there are biochemical, there are hormonal, there are psychosocial exchange between mother and the kid. Recent studies shows that epigenetic effects of human breast milk are well proven. If the mother is feeding for 2 years, up to 2 years, it is a big time. You know, for a change in epigenetics, there is need of only 7 days. If you are scratching at the tip of your finger for 7 days continuously in a given time, that is more than sufficient to make a DNA methylation or histone modification or chromatin remodeling. But here the mother is feeding baby up to 2 years of his age, or her age. No, sorry, 2 years of kid's age. It means that the breastfeeding, the breast milk is more than sufficient to make a lot of epigenetic effects in the kids in the form of DNA methylation, histone modification, and chromatin remodeling. In this scenario, we should discuss about the disorders from the breast milk. Of course, in our BAMS syllabus, we are studying Shirarasagam, Pariberbigam, Garbhajapaka, Shirajapaka. All these are a lot of theoretical discussions what we are having due to the outdated nature of our CCAM syllabus. I will say it boldly like that. I know CCAM experts are here, but our CCAM syllabus revision are totally unscientific. I expect much more scientific revision ahead. So let us see first the lactational insufficiency. For my young doctors, for the PG scholars and UG students, the first case that you are going to get in your clinic is from Ayurveda point of view. Many of the people are coming to the clinic seeking the help of Ayurveda that I am suffering from low production of Ayurveda people are having a habit of giving a lot of ashwagandha or shatavari, such brahmana drugs. Prescription of shatavari preparations, preparation of Stanyajana Kashaya, Stanyajana Mahakashayas. All these are brahmana drugs. Don't prescribe in such a jwara, paracetamol, nyaya. Of course, whenever the jwara occurs, paracetamol is given, jwara will come down. But Ayurveda is not like that. Don't prescribe every case with shatavari or ashwagandha or Stanyajana Mahakashayas. That is the reason why, because I put this flow chart in which how the stanya is produced is very well mentioned. Mind three factors. Number one is Jadarakni Pachana is needed. If the Agni is Mandavastha, either by the intake of a lot of Ayurveda drugs immediately after delivery, or it may be due to a lot of other heavy feeding or heavy food intake practice after delivery, or it may be an inherent habit of that mother. If the Jadarakni Pachana is not there, nothing will be digested to produce good quality of rasa. Nothing will be produced to produce good quality of stanya. So the Jadarakni has to be assessed first, whether her hunger is okay, whether she is going for toilet daily, whether she is not feeling any gaurava, whether she is not feeling any sort of oral trash, or whether she is not feverish. All these are the main clinical features what we are assessing for Jadarakni. If the Jadarakni is proper, then and then only you are supposed to prescribe the shatavari or ashwagandha or any other guru, brahmana, snigdha dravyas. Number one. Number two is Pitta Sammurchita Rasa. In the production of breast milk, the rasa has to be mixed with, or it has to be processed with the Pitta which is situated in the Hrudaya. Pitta which is situated in the Hrudaya, that is Sadhaka Pitta. You know, the Sadhaka Pitta, when it is making Samprapti in the Rasadhadu at Hrudaya, it will produce a disease. It will produce a disease if that pitta is in an aggravated form. That disease is called Pandu. So, secondly, in the lactational insufficiency, you should assess the status of anemia or the status of Pandu. Then only you will get a good prescription against this lactational insufficiency. If the Pandu is there, try to write Mandura Vadaga or try to write this Pularnavashtakam Kwada, Annabedi Sindura like drugs to get a good quality of meals. The third one is Hridaya. Hridaya is very important in the form of Sattvadidama Hridayam, Stanorahat Koshtabhadyagam, Sattvadidama. All the psychological factors are associated to the Dashatamani, connected to the Hridaya Avayava. So the touch of the child, sight of the child, thought of the child, and the warmth from the husband and their family, and warmth from the kid, and the environment, emotional environment, non-teasing environment, non-blaming environment, everything is needed to produce good quality of stania. So if the lactational insufficiency is there, you look into the factors, the psychological factors which are associated to that lactating mother. Then comes the Kshiravahasira, the mammary gland and associated structures. You should inspect it. If the nipple is cracked, if the mammary gland is highly painful, if an evolving mastitis is there, then all this lactational procedure will be cut down, and there will be deficiency of lactation, so that you should inspect the breast and the nipples and the areola, and you should give sufficient importance to the breast examination. Let me abbreviate in 4 terms, like inspect the Jఠragni, inspect for the Pontu, inspect for the psychological features, inspect for the mammary gland and associated structures. Then and then only you will get a good prescription for lactational insufficiency. Don't go for Shadavari, Stanya, Equality, Nyaya, or Stanya Mahajanana Kashaya. And lactational insufficiency equation has to be put aside. Now, let's see the Jఠragni. What are the main issues that may come across with Sudiga? There will be reduced appetite, food conversion time, heavy postpartum aushadha and aharas, fecal consistency and frequency has to be examined, chest pyrosis has to be examined. The usual prescription from our side, from Kerala, we are using Ardraga Sorasa for improving Jఠragni daily, 30 ml 3 times a day, Rajanyadi Churnam, because immediately after delivery, the female will be in a Kshadavastha, Rekta Pradosha Vigaras will be there. Don't give Ushna Tishna Pajana Dravyas like Ashtachurna or Hinguvajadi immediately after delivery, at least for 7 days. Initially, you start with the Rajanyadi Churna or any Tikta Pajana Dravyas, and after 7 days, you can select Ashtachurna, Hingavajadi Churna, Arishtasavas, or all these are giving good Jఠragni to get good lactational improvements. Pitta Sammuksidarasa, the Pitta Pradana, Kubida, Yatokte, Kobanermale, Tatra Anilana Belina Chiptam, Pittam, Hridisthidam. That is why I told. In that Punarvadi Kashayam, Mandura Vadagam, Drakshadi Kashayam, Annabeti Sindhuram are the drug of choice. And in case of Hridaya, be tension free, assurance, removal of pain precipitation from the nipple by applying Satatauda Grida like drugs if it is cracked nipple. And be lovely, especially from the partner side, always hugging partner and hugging to the baby, and manage lower segment cesarean section wound, episiotomy wound for getting proper lactation and comfort. Kshiravahasira breast massage is okay, and management of nipple conditions are okay. Now let us go to the Kshiradrushti. Is it audible now, Gandhiji? Satyaprakash ji, audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now let us go to the Kshiradrushti. In our textbook, we are studying Ashtavidha Kshiradrushti, Trividha Kshiradrushti, Panchavidha Kshiradrushti, and all, etc., etc., etc. A lot of such kind of Kshiradrushtis are mentioned by our acharyas. But in clinical side, the most reliable Kshiradrushti is Vata, Pitta, and Kapha-drushti. All we know on the basis of color, Vaivarnya like, Vairasya like taste, physical character it is Paichilium, Vaigandhyam, clinical features like constipation, Chardi, all these are indicative of Kshiradrushti, out of which the maximum Kshiradrushti are nowadays very well discussed in modern scenario. A lot of other type of Kshiradrushtis by means of lot of drugs, pesticides after 1901, after industrial revolution. Not a single individual in the planet has Not only the human being, not a single individual in the planet has pure Shira due to the contamination of different type of chemicals and heavy metals. These are the different drugs which makes Shira Dushti nowadays from the modern side. So milk may be pathogenic. Even in the absence of Vaivarnya, Vaigandhya, Vairasya, Phenasangha, we will feel by plain water test, by smelling, by tasting, by plain water test, we will feel that it is pure. But it is not necessarily, not a single individual in the planet is having pure breast milk. That is the latest study shows. So, let us believe about Vadika Dushti, Paitika Dushti and Kabaja Dushti. I will tell you how to diagnose Vadika Dushti. Vadikam Kashayam Phenilam Dutcham Varchor Mutra Vibhandakrut. It means that you are not supposed to look into the detailed Feni Bhava and everything. Instead, you look into the child, look into the mother, the clinical features. If the child is having chronic constipation, one bowel once in more than 3 days. Once in more than 3 days. Varcha karmana kurvandi yasya balatriya hadu param. If it is more than 3 days, we can call it as chronic constipation. If the child is suffering from chronic constipation, it is an indicative of Vadika Stanya Dushti. If the child is suffering from infantile colic are special type of abdominal pain which are coming around 3 months of age for 3 weeks, for 3 hours in the evening. That is the rule of 3. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 hours in the evening. Reduced urine output, blotting of the abdomen. These are the 4 major symptoms that can be seen in a child if he is suffering from Vadika Dushti in the Koshta. If Vadika Dushti in the Koshta is there, one factor is Vadika Stanya Dushti. How I am managing such Vadika Stanya Dushti? First, we should manage the mother by giving plain ghee in the rice gruel. In Paya, you can give the plain ghee with Saindavam, that will act as Sadhya Sneha. Vidairyadigrada can be given if the mother is Vata Paitiga Prakriti. If the mother is Vata Kapha Prakriti, fatty, highly fatty mother, not yet exercised, highly fatty mother, small child, usual phenomena. What does it mean? During the pregnant time, mother took a lot of food, but everything went to the mother's side, not to the child side. That is called mother will be too fatty and obese, child will be less than 2.5 kg. In such cases, if you want to make the snigdhatva, try to give Chirapaga of Dashamula. Try to give Chirapaga of Dashamula. Now, how to manage the food? Avoid all the dry fry items. Avoid Ruksha postpartum medicines. And how to manage the child? Simply, plain ghee has to be given to the child along with some hot water and palm jaggery. That's what we are using usually in our Kerala practice. So, in case of Vadika Stanya Dushti, it can produce a lot of symptomatology. One side of lactose intolerance, not the total lactose intolerance. One side of the lactose intolerance is Vadika Stanya Dushti, that is blotting and abdominal pain and everything. Now let us see the Pitta Dushta Stanya. In Pitta Dushta Stanya, the best example is breast milk jaundice. I am telling only one example each from Vadika, Paitika and Kabaja. What is happening in breast milk jaundice? As long as the child is taking breast milk, after 48 hours, the child will be suffering from jaundice, and that will be reduced by reducing the breast milk and increased by increasing the breast milk. This is due to increased enterohepatic circulation of the feeding baby. After the bilirubin will be produced after delivery in higher amounts due to the destruction of fetal RBC, and those will be recirculated through the hepatic circulation. That will be increased in children. So increased enterohepatic circulation, increased levels of inflammatory cytokines in the human breast milk, especially IL, increased concentration of non-esterified free fatty acids that inhibit hepatic glucuronide transferase All these are the different factors which increases breast milk jaundice. Only the Paithiga breast milk can produce the jaundice in the baby. Give Rajanyadi Churnam, Pitta Dushta Stanya management in mother. How can we manage Pitta Dushta Stanya in mother? That I will tell you in the lactose intolerance side and in other diarrheal disease side. All we know, the lactose intolerance is a very common condition, and Ayurveda can give excellent results, 100% relief from this condition, and is a result of genetically programmed progressive loss of activity of the enzyme lactase. Modern people are telling the child is not having activity of some gene which produces lactase. That lactase is needed to digest breast milk. So it is not the problem of breast milk. It is the problem of child. But still, modern people are telling that don't give breast milk instead of treating child. That is the irony. So what I want to say, don't think that it is only the problem of the kid. Genetics is an outdated subject. The current subject is epigenetics. We can alter the genetic expression within 7 days. So give the drug to the child as well as to the parent, because that parent is producing a lot of breast milk which is pitta vitiated in nature. The Vadika symptoms associated with the lactose intolerance are bloating, abdominal discomfort, meteorism, a rapid accumulation of gas in the intestine, a lot of allergic symptoms in the skin, even recurrent abdominal pain, and loose watery acidic stool. Very important, acidic stool. How can we diagnose the lactose intolerance? Go and test the stool of the baby. It will be highly acidic in nature. And this acidic nature is highly indicative of Pitta-Disara, and gradually it will turn to Recta-Disara. How can we manage it? Management of mother. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Amardadi Kashayam. Amardadi Kashayam is a product of Sahasra Yoga, which is freely available in Kerala market. My intention is give Tikta Pachana, not the Kadu Pachana. My intention is give Tikta Rasa Pradhana Dravyas, Pancha Tiktaga, Nishundi Shadanga, Amardadi Kashaya, Rajanyadi Churna. All these are the Tikta Rasa Pradhana Dravyas which manages the Pitta and Ama simultaneously. Give it to the mother. Avoid Kattumala Aharas to the mother, because in postpartum medication from Ayurveda side itself, a lot of medications are there which are Kattu, Amla, Levana in nature. Please avoid all those conditions and give simply Adivisha, Musta, Rajanyadi Churna, Dadimastakan Churna. All these are the drugs which are best for the child to manage lactose intolerance. So, tripod management, management of mother, management of food, management of child. These three-edged protocols are highly inevitable to manage the lactose intolerance. We will get 100% result. Now, Kapha-Dushta Sanya. Sorry, in that, as I told you, in Pitta-Dushta Sanya, we usually give one quada as a broad spectrum to the mother. Pitta-Dushte, Amrda Biru, Patoli Nimpachandanam, Datri Kumarascha Pipet, Tuatayitwa, Sa Shariba. This is the beautiful drug which are mentioned in Ashtangridaya, Uttarasthana 2nd chapter for the Pitta-Dushti. Pitta-Dushte, Amrda, Abhiru, Patoli, Nimba Chandana, and Shariba. These are the combination, very good results yielding type of drugs for the Pitta-Dushta Sthanya. Now in Kapha-Dushta Sthanya, these are the clear-cut clinical features in Kapha-Dushta Sthanya. Gastroenteritis, either diarrhea and vomiting, then there will be always positing vomiting, fever, overfeeding vomiting, otitis, migraine vomiting, hypothyroidic features, UTI features. All these are indicative of Kapha-Dushta Sthanya in children. In such cases, management of mother has to be done with the Kapha Doshahara drugs like Desamula Trigadu Kashwada and Villu Adilehia, Hingojadi Churna. All these are the usual drugs what we are prescribing for mother management. avoid sweet food items and drugs. It's a usual practice to prescribe a lot of avaleha, rasayanas, chavanaprasha, a lot of other brahmana drugs to the mother during the prasuta avastha. Don't prescribe if the child is suffering from recurrent vomiting, if the child is suffering from recurrent fever, if the child is suffering from recurrent upper respiratory tract infections. And the child has to be fed with Nayobayam Kuada. Nayobayam Kuada is available in Kerala market, which is a unique Kerala product, which consists of primarily a lot of drugs, which is Jeera and Haridagi type of drugs, then Rajanyadi Churna and Villu Adilehya. These are the main drugs which are in the Kapha-dushta management of the child. And the broad spectrum medicine for the Kapha-dushta sthymia. Whenever we get Kapha-dushta sthymia, usually the child will be suffering from lot of vomiting. In such cases, in Kerala practice, we are applying an external application to the child's abdomen, which is a unique reference from a classical, unique Malayalam textbook of Kaumaravritya is there. It is written in early 20th century. Its name is Vaidya Taraga, in which there is mentioning of one sloga, the translation of which these are the drugs. These are the Musta, Kushta, Amalagi, Hribera, Kiratatikta, Pada, Gairiga, and Chandrasura. You mix it with Jeera water, Jeeraga boiled water, and sthymia, and make a paste and apply all over the abdomen of the child. Immediately, the child will be stopping his recurrent vomiting clinical features. And such an external application, because why this external application? Amasha ulklesha babahi sarva chardiyo mada lankanameva tasman. In all chardi, amasha ulklesha is inevitable. In such a condition, it will be very difficult to administer the drugs through oral routes. In such cases, we can apply the external agents like this. This is very effective in such cases of recurrent vomiting. Now, I will go to the miscellaneous Shiradushti and certain faulty practices. Kumara Sosham current version, exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months, many times causes Kumara Sosha. Everybody is telling that up to 6 months we have to feed the baby exclusively through breastfeeding, but mind it, after 3 months you have to check the baby for anthropological measurements, whether the baby is attaining sufficient length and weight, whether the baby is showing any clinical features of malnutrition. If the malnutritions are showing, it means that that milk is not nutritionally adequate. In that case, you should give supplements. So exclusive breastfeeding are usually, many a times, not usually, many a times it causes Kumara Sosha in some ignorant people at least. Early weaning also causes Kumara Sosha. To get a good child, good chubby child, good pharynx baby, many mothers are insisting to give a lot of supplementary food even from the 2nd month of age. That is also causing a lot of indigestion, causing Kumara Sosha. And frequent breastfeeding after 1 year. After 1 year, you should ensure the food. After 6 months, you should ensure the kids' food. Not only that, it should be in a sufficient quantity. It should be in a sufficient quantity. If the child is fed with every 1 hour, breast milk is fed with, then if it is there, no doubt the child will not take sufficient quantity of extra food, because child is in need of easily prepared food which is readily available in a comfortable position, that is nothing but breast milk. So in such cases, the child will be reluctant to take solid foods. That is also causing Kumara Sosha. There is another condition which is called as Andarvisarpam. Andarvisarpam is a condition which is mentioned in our Samhitas in a casualty presentation, but there are in children, there are certain Andarvisarpa which is similar to the finding of Revati Graha. which is similar to the finding of Revati Graha. What are the features of Revati Graha? Green stool diarrhea. There are some skin reactions along with some fever, perianal excoriation, hot head, and there will be some skin and there will be some respiratory presenting complaints. So whenever there is a combination of skin, GIT, respiratory comes, whenever there is a combination of skin, GIT, respiratory comes, you please attend the case as Ksheeradushti, and that is due to the Ksheeradushti that causes the Revati Graha, and it is causing a type of Andar Visarpa. That Visarpa has to be managed by Sama Pitta Chikilsa, because Pittadisara is the Lakshana. Pidam, Haridam is the feature of that stool. So the Sama Pitta has to be managed very well. This is a Malayalam sloga, which is, this is the translation of it. Makipuvadikvada. Makipu means Mashipatri. Makipu means Mashipatri. Mashipatri Mayabhala Danyaga Jadifala Amsumadi. Kadugi Tulasi, Tulasi Patra. Haritaki, Pippali, Jiragadvaya, Lesuna, then Panasa Patra Vrudha, Amra Patra Vrunda. These are the medicines. Make a kvada, give it to the child. Sure short medicine in the Jwara paracetamol Nyaya, sure short medicine for Revati Graha. Whenever the child is suffering from skin, GIT, respiratory combination of presentation, sure short medicine for Revati Graha, this Makipuvadikvada. This is available in Kerala markets, not available in everywhere. That's why I put this ingredients list in front of you. Finally, all these are the attributes to the cow's milk also, not only to the breast milk of human being, but wherever there is a breast, wherever there is a milk, not a single organism in the planet is free from or immune from the toxicity which is produced after 1901 industrial pollution. So, every cow milk, every buffalo milk is Saktimantikaraka, induces allergy, even though it is Jivaniya and Rasayana. So, it is all the milk are having double warhead. Number is positive, edge, Jivaniyam and Rasayana. Second one is Agnimantikaraka and induces allergy. Manage all those things with the help of Ayurveda. I have mentioned only some examples from my clinical experience, from my limited experience, and you can just take the principles out of it and develop your own practice. By this, I am once again, I am extending my sincere gratitude and my love to all the office bearers behind this wonderful program for inviting me for this session. And if at all any discussions are needed, I'm happy to hear you for further discussion. Otherwise, you just log in www.ethicalayurveda.com. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. I request Rajesh, Central Committee member, for giving out of thanks.